La dee dee dee, praising my Savior all the day long. Am I live? Hmm. Oh, I'm live. Hell, this one's a little behind that one. All righty. See who's. Let's see who's awake. I'm willing to bet the only person awake is Neil. That would be Neil would probably be the only person awake 24/7. Hey, and Peggy. Hey, Peggy. What you doing, young lady? And there's Tina. Hey, Tina. She's like, oh, I'm here. I'm here. Hey. Oh, me. Well, I will. The topic was a recap of the week, or maybe. There's Melinda. And of course, oh, Neil's not here. Oh, well, maybe Neil will be here later, you know? Stackable planners. You can, what do you call that? Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. Yeah, Melinda. Neil will be here at 12. You know, the the fellow from the other side. Well, Melinda, I guess you went live on somebody's channel today, and they wasn't there. They got knocked off because of the weather, and uh, Growing's Family Farm. Hi, y'all. Good to see you. And they got knocked off because of a storm, and they just left y'all sitting there talking back and forth. Uh, I guess the storm didn't cut the whole thing off. K1 or K2. But a recap of the week. Every morning I got up, it was raining. Every night when I went in the house and called it a day, it was raining. Okay, that did it. Live's over. Now, we're caught up on what happened this week. You know, just that quick. Yeah, the K1 or K2. It's K1. Well, that was good. At least the at least the chat kept going. I'm surprised they couldn't talk to you. All they had to do is switch over to the what said private. I don't know where this private stuff's coming from. Well, who's watched my video that I put out today? I was wanting to know, could you see the baby rabbits moving moving in the nest under all the hair? I should go back and watch it myself. Peggy did. Okay. She's vicious. She protects them babies. Boy, you put your hand in there, she'd be after you. Oh, yeah, good. Well, they'll be out eventually. They'll come crawling out of there. But she protects them babies. Yeah. Yeah, I never laid an eyeball on one of them, directly being able to see a face or a head or anything. It just was a spot in there and it was moving. They were moving around. I don't know how many is in there. But I didn't want to fight with her neither. She'll get after you. I hope I'm hoping there's at least 6 to 9 in there anyway. Yeah, she's a good mama. I can't say that for the other one, but she is. I I don't know about it. We pet her quite a bit. She's real friendly. She's not she's not vicious at all in any way. Uh, until she has babies. We haven't done any that way in a long time, Peggy. Uh, People who have bought them may have. I don't know, but we have sold them. And whether they were using them to breed with or whatever, I don't know. I don't even ask. I just say, they just buy a rabbit. And a lot of times people want one of each. So I figured they're going to put them together. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, she's a friendly rabbit. Uh, the last little ones that we got rid of, we sold, uh, they were somewhat tame. I mean, you could reach in there and touch them, but they wouldn't mess. You reach in and get their bowl, and they were happy to see you. But we didn't pet them a lot, and they were her babies too. Yeah, but they will get nice and fat. If they sell rabbits, if he ever gets here tonight, we'll ask him that question, Peggy. If he ever shows up. He's probably eat rabbit and never knew it. There's a lot of stuff that we eat. We don't know what we're eating. Oh no, Melinda, he's not. He said he wasn't here. Nope. Nope. I got to thinking about that drink, Tina. See, I called it drink. Uh, I got to thinking about that. They're never going to call me as long as I keep doing it for free. So I'm not going to promote them no more. Take that. Until they call me. So I don't know. I don't know neither. But and banana peppers, they sell banana peppers. We sell banana peppers. Uh, is he peeking through the bushes? Is he? Is he? Do you see like one eye sticking out the bushes? Is Neil pulling one of those Brandons? Gibson. Hello there. It's yeah, the whole week has been rain and fruit stand. We're supposed to have, according to my phone, which changes by the hour. Peggy, you got to move around a little bit. Where you moving to, Peggy? Where they sell something different? Uh, yeah, they sell banana peppers in the grocery store, but I ain't never seen no rabbit meat or goat meat around here in the grocery store. In the grocery store, yeah. Yeah, ton of rain in East Texas. We've had so much rain, the rain has nowhere to go except for just rise. You know, just like that first flood, it came from the ground. And, the ground just started. The water used to come from the ground, but then it started coming from the sky, and then the ground just couldn't hold it no more, and it flooded the whole earth. Well, uh, I'm looking for that rainbow. I'm looking for that rainbow. Well, we posted, according to my phone, we've got 7 days before the next rain, and I'm thinking about going down and getting the weatherman and put him out here on the porch and tell him, "You better not be wrong, buddy. You better not be wrong." Yeah, I'll be happy with a rainbow in the dark. At well, Monday. Let's see what time I talked to him. Yes, Scott's got to go Monday back to Alabama, and we're out of straw, and we're waiting on a load of straw. But you can't bale the straw when everything's wet. So it's going to be a while before we see any straw. We sold out, and I'll take some of that Texas sunshine. I don't care if I am in Georgia. Send it right on over here. Sunshine, we'd be glad to see you. I left the fruit stand. The temperature dropped a good 3 degrees real fast, and it was noticeable outside that the temperature dropped today. And I I left the fruit stand and came, and I got over the railroad tracks and around the ridge there. The sun was in my eyes, and I was like, "Whoa!" But I looked over there to the west, and big old cloud looked terrible. I'll take sunshine from any state that's willing to donate it. Let's put it that way. It don't have to be Texas. It don't have to be California. I don't care if it's from Massachusetts, as long as it's sunshine. And tomorrow's not supposed to be sunshine, but no rain. Supposed to be a cloudy day. There's Eric. Eric, did the storm go around you for the most part, buddy? Well, happy wet Saturday here is what we'd have to say, Eric. Now, look, you're bound to have more than you need, Tina. And if you get, half of it, we don't want it all. We'll be happy with half of it. We had soft golf ball size hail about 45 minutes away from us. We lost our power for a few hours last night. Well, as long as it stays away from you. Oh, Eric, Neil's not here, by the way. When he first came on, back up the page a ways there, he says he's not here. So, and we hadn't seen him since. So I'm taking him at his word. So if we want to talk about him, now's the time to do it. That's all I want about cut the sun in half and send half of it over here. I'm not a big friend of a lot of heat myself. But I'm gonna tell you, it, I don't know. I used to be able to go. It didn't matter which one it was, hot or cold. But now, if it gets too cold, I don't like it. If it gets too hot, I don't like it. You'll have to go behind that bush over there, Eric, to find him. He's under that bush right there. Yeah, right over there, Eric. He's peeking. I saw his eyeball one time. Yeah, the heat will the heat will, if it's hot enough, it destroys me. If it's cold enough, it does me the same way. And I used to travel. One day I'd be in the heat, and one day I'd be in the cold, and the next day I'd be in the freezing. Then 2 or 3 days later, I'd be back in the heat again. I'm back and forth across the country in different north and south, uh, and didn't just get her done. But now, so I'm like, oh, did he move to the big tree, Melinda? I saw that eyeball through the bushes there one time. Hello, Brandon. Where are you from, Brandon? I can't. I don't know if you've ever told us. I can't remember. Good to see you. Yeah. You have to wear a big hat to keep shade on your face all the time. Yep. That humidity has a lot to do with it. Uh, when I worked on the subs, once in a while we'd get away with growing a little mustache or something, before somebody got on our case about it. And during the winter, it'd actually freeze. You could actually break it off. It's one thing about working next to the water. We had these. You had to walk from one side of the one side of the shipyard to the other, and there's teepees across the place. You stop in and warm up. They have fires, big, big steel tubes. You can walk into and have a fire in there. Whew, warm up real quick. Oh, well, do you reckon? Do you reckon? Uh, no, it's not the same Brandon. That's a different Brandon. Thank you, Melinda. Boy, I sure do. I need these things. The kids, thumbs up. The kids have to get on there and start doing this stuff. It don't work for me no more. I might have found a way to turn mine off messing with things I shouldn't mess with. Gross family farm. What are you saying? This is showing private on your end? Balloons. Oh boy. You might have to beat your head against the computer to get that. Last night. Did I go live last night? I may have. I thought I was on somebody else's live last night. I was on. Wait a minute. This. I was on your live last night. Oh, I was live last night. Boy, I tell you what, it's coming back to me. Yeah, I was live. We knew you were coming on, and I went live to tell everybody to come over to be get not to forget about 9 o'clock. I think it was, yeah. And then we left 30 minutes at 8:30, 30 minutes earlier go take a quick break and get ready for yours. When it cuts off, it shows private. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I must not. I don't think I was on very long. I can't remember. But I come on to remind everybody about 9 o'clock. So you think Brandon? You think Eddie Family Farm will go live tonight at 10 o'clock, which is 22 minutes away? Yeah, yeah. I was trying to get everybody over here to go over there to that channel to do an invasion all at the same time. They might not. They might not come on to tomorrow night. I didn't text Brandon to find out if they were or not. I was going to and forgot to. Yeah, but my Lipton sweet tea. I got to sitting and thinking about that, and I kept looking at that Lipton bottle, that drink bottle, I should say. I kept looking at it, and I kept saying, "Why would they call me? Well, if they come on my channel and saw their bottle up there being advertised every time, why there won't be no need for them to call me. They'll be going, oh, he's doing it anyway." So if they're watching this live or later on, I'm not advertising your drink no more. Only if it accidentally gets shown when I'm taking a drink or something, if I'm out working or something. But I'm not going to put it up there in front of the screen and tell everybody about it. Yeah. Okay, Neil's here now. Look, Neil has made an appearance before us all. Let's all have a moment of silence. Hey, hey, Neil. Good to have you. We knew you'd come back sooner or later. He is alive. Eric must have got his long uh, extension pole and extended out and reached out across the water and gouged him. Yeah, everybody, if they're not paying nobody to or giving anybody any free drinks to advertise for. Oh, yeah, Neil, you need to watch where you're walking. Be stepping in no hole like that. And the tree wasn't big enough to hide him. He had to dig a hole. Should have stayed behind the bushes. I met a gentleman today in the dollar store. Him and his son was in there. Uh, we got to talking, and I think I had one person to join this afternoon, and I think it was him. I hadn't got the name yet back on email. Hadn't sent me the name yet. Yeah, don't fall in the pond, because that'd be. If you do, just start swimming and swim and swim and swim. You'll get here eventually. Yeah, I'd have put them in a book too. You gonna cancel? Oh my, that happened faster than I thought it was going to. Can you hear the music playing? Diddly dee dee dee. Yep, that load's done. I figured I'd come on here for about an hour because I put it on. I wonder if I forgot to hit the button. I put it on extra cycle for extra wrench. Wrench. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. There's Christina. Hey Neil. There's Squeaky. Shh. Eric. Eric. Shh. Oh, that scared me for just a minute. Christina, are you out? Are you out? Delivering hot dogs and hamburgers and whatever. Dashing through the streets of Chattanooga one night, and there I saw a red vehicle flying down the road. Dashing door to door. Uh, what was the what was the music sounding? Oh, it was my wash machine. 12 hours. Look. Everything has a time. And if you've been dashing 12 hours, okay. Yeah, I got. Oh, that's why Scott's got to go back to Alabama Monday. I did write that down. And oh, somebody's getting ready to cross into the. Okay, this message has been held for review. Christina, you must have said something that got a that YouTube held your comment. Uh, yeah, you must have said something that they took as could have been offensive or something, or something that's not allowed in the stream. Tell her about it, Neil. Tell her they don't like squeaky conversations. I guess Neil took care of it. Meg, how are we doing up there in that little house in the country? Let's see. Right now we got 7 in here. Uh, Meg, are you going to show me any more snow this week? I know they canceled your church Sunday and you didn't get to go. I was hoping you video on the way to church. And hey, there's Brian. Uh-oh, Neil. Brian called us old dudes. Well, maybe I could. I'll go back and look at it later. If I scroll back now, I'll lose track of where I'm at. Melinda, you don't want to be thrown in there with us. Hold on a second. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. What was I? Oh, I now know what I was saying. Somebody's getting closer to be the to joining the old women. The 14th. The 14th of this month. Yeah. Christina's got a birthday coming. And then Michaela's coming. She's she's the 17th, I think. Did I get that right, Christina? Isn't hers the 17th? I think hers is on a Sunday. Yeah. Yep. Let's add that up a little. Let's add that. Let's double that and add that. No subtraction whatsoever. Yeah. I always say they're collecting my blood for the vampires down in the basement at the doctor's office. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's what we were shooting for, Christine. It was your mama's birthday. For it to be your birthday. Yeah, that new math. That new math. When you say you're 21, you gotta have a lot of wrinkles by then. But unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to try to make the 20th work. Yeah. Well, I have a birthday every day. Every day I wake up, I'm I'm older. And the way it's going, I'll be going by the hour. I'll be going, yeah, I'm an hour older. I'm another hour older. I think it was my sister that she kept saying she had the same birthday over and over and over. She like 32, I think it was. She always said, "I'm 32 again. I'm 32 again." When she my baby sister when she was 50, well, I lost her in 2020, and in 2020 she said she was 32 again, and I just couldn't do the math. I just couldn't never get it to work because she was 54 then. Yep. A dozen. Somebody called Mega a blood transfusion in. I tell them they need it over a house right away. Did she go away? I got to go and see y'all. All right, bye. Love you. God bless, darling. Uh, I'm I got something on my mind I can't get off, and it won't get off. Get off. uh, she must have got her another dash. There you go, Neil. Neil's got the right answer. I was telling that I tell them to do my right arm. Now I'm left-handed, but my best vein is in my right arm. Still had enough to walk upright just before you fell. and my vein in my right arm, it isn't up and down. It's crossways. It goes like that right there, and it crosses. and I always tell everybody, not oh, you sit in that chair over there. We got the arm thing. I said, I'm going to do it in my right arm. And I never really have any problems. They always do it. And I tell them, I say, if you watch now, you'll see it here. It's crossways. It's not up and down. Go in this way. Oh, yeah, I see it. And they draw the blood. Well, I had to have blood. I had to go over. I was going to have a test done. But before they did it, they had to do a blood draw. And it was at the hospital. And I said, well, why can't I do it here? And they said, no, you got to come over to the hospital. Okay. Well, they had this nurse in there. They only had one chair in there, and it didn't have an armrest thing to lay your arm on each side. You just had one for the left arm. And oh. And she come over there, and I said, no, really, I prefer you do my left arm. It's easier to find the vein. It's hard to find one in my left arm. And she goes, oh, I'll find it. It won't be no problem. It'll be okay. And I said, all right, make sure you hit it. And uh, so she went for it, and I let her do it. And she put that needle in there, and she missed. And she pulled it back just a little bit, and she tried again, and she missed. And then she got to rooting around, and I said, whoa, 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 wait a minute, hold it, pull it out, pull it out. Oh, I've almost got no, pull it out. You ain't almost nothing. Pull it out. And I raised my voice at her, and I said, I ain't gonna tell you again. And she pulled it out. I'm sorry, but I said, but now get somebody else over here and tell them to do it, and do it in my other arm where we do it right the first time. Oh, I'll do. No, you won't. You're not touching me no more. I wouldn't let her do it no more. she could she she gonna chew my arm all up and poke all around in there. Yeah, she but I mean I literally had to give my rough I'm barking at you voice, the get that out of my arm. I said get it out. But she was just moving all around. She was just oh let me move it this way, move it that way, and I'm watching her. I'm like no, because I'm left-handed. I've got a bad left shoulder, uh, and I don't need no sore left arm. Yeah, I know. I hear you, Peggy. But she learned to listen when I barked at her. I think I scared her a little bit. And she goes, I said, now get somebody over here to do my other arm. And she goes, oh, I'll do it. I get it. And I said, no, you won't either. You're not touching me. You're going to go away. She just needed to practice more. If you can't see the vein, don't go for it. I've now what last month when I went to the doctor, they drew blood. No which way to duck. And that I never had a. I don't. They didn't usually ask me. I tell them ahead of time. I'm going to do my right arm. Veins crossways. Here, let me show you where it's at. And I can rub it and bring that vein up there and show it. Oh yeah, I see it. And it's running crossways there. Oh yeah, I get that. No problem. And they in fact, I think that nurse was the last time anybody messed up. Because since then, if anybody says they want to do it in my left arm, I say that's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. Yeah, I hear you, Neil. I don't like needles. It's not that I can't be stuck with one. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. You know, if I was supposed to have these little holes poked in my arms and in my fingers and all this stuff, the good Lord would have had them already put in there for me if they was meant to be there. And since they're not, well, yeah, I don't. Well, I don't have no problem with. I don't have no problem with the liquid stuff coming out or anything like that. I mean, you could be cut wide open, and I can jump right in there and plug you up, and pad you down and everything else, and try to slow it down and whatever. It don't bother me at all. But and I don't panic. I'm not a panic person. I don't panic. I react. Too many times people go, "Well, you act like there wasn't nothing to that." I said, "Oh, sure, there was plenty to it. Just didn't have time to mess with it. I had to get it done." Man, I don't either. I don't like needles. I just don't like somebody sticking me. I went into a rest area one time and a guy with a big old long bladed knife, big old long sucker, tried to take me out and rob me with it. And I don't mean he tried to threaten me with it. He tried to stab me with it. And no, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I hear you, Eric. I used to. They don't want my blood. They don't want my blood no more. Last time I donated blood, uh, when was it? I'm trying to remember if it was. I think it was when. Oh, I think it's when New Orleans had the big flood back during that time. And I went in there and laid down, and they started taking my blood. And next thing I know, there was a lady in my face, and she was like this in my face. Ooh. Sir, look at me. Sir, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Meanwhile, they're pulling the needle. They're pulling the needle out and everything else, and stopping it. They told me not to come back. H1 says it's urgent. Yeah, got a long waiting list. That's kind. I'll tell you what. It's uh, they won't do no more surgeries on Daniel. By the way, Daniel's still out there doing those doing all them treatments and everything. And I've done lost track. Was this the second week or third week? Second week, I think. Hopefully, it goes by just as fast as the rabbits being born. Yeah. Well, that's when they got finished. They said a lot of mine was because of medicine. I couldn't donate no more because of that. And that's. But I was fading out. I was just floating away, and everybody talking was getting further away and sounding further away, and their words were stretching. I thought, is this what did they put me on some drugs or something? Well, they did they did the initial MRIs and scans and stuff like that when he went in, and I guess I guess during the last week, maybe during the last week or so of his treatments, they'll probably do them again to see if there's any kind of progress. The one in his mouth, he'll be able to know if that's the one growing through the hole in his head down to his mouth. He should know pretty quick when something there's happening, like he did the last time. Uh, Without the other ones they can't see, but at least he can see that one and he can feel that one and he can tell you if it's getting. It was grow when it was growing. He said he could feel it growing. He could feel the tension and the pressure, and as it was growing and his growing up into he could feel the pressure and everything. So yeah, thank you, Melinda. He gets it 3 or 4 times a day around here. Sometimes uh, somebody stop me in the store or something and go, "Well, we'll sure be praying for him," and I'm like, "Let's do it right now." And so I hear you, Eric. That's you know, my left arm that day that girl tried it. If she had just pulled it out and started over, and might not have, she might have got it the second time, but pulling it back just a little ways and moving it and pulling it back a little ways and moving it and never hitting nothing. Yeah, time for her to quit. You can't. It's hard, but it's very hard. I'm not gonna say you can't, but it's very hard to find a vein in my left arm to draw blood from. I hear you, Melinda. I do too. I got a lot of them. And you say that I've got one back there, a lady. We were on somebody's live, and I prayed for her this morning, but I can't remember her name now. But I didn't. I hasn't wrote my book yet. It was laying. I had I wrote it on a piece of paper and carried it back there, and then I realized I didn't have an ink pen back there, and I just laid it there. So I know, I know I got blood. I don't know about Eric, but I can bump any little thing, and boy, you think somebody done opened up a waterfall. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Tina. Yeah, he's got two in his brain, and well, maybe about 6 years ago or 6.5 years ago now, they went in and removed one half of the roof of his mouth and took out everything all the way up to his brain, the one that's here. Plus, he's got the two in his brain, but the one all the way down through here, uh, they went up through the roof of the mouth and cut it out, and it grew back. But he had a prosthesis for a roof of his one half of the roof of his mouth, and now he can't wear that. So if anybody, I don't know if any of you ever looked at his channel on his Facebook channel, uh, he's not talking real clear, And, uh, Daniel, uh, that's because he don't have the prosthesis in his mouth. Somebody's got a hot rod going down the road down yonder. I heard it all the way up here. Yeah, he's having a hard road. And he's just 34. Yeah. Oh, you can't do that, Meg, until 2 o'clock in the morning. Your time will be wrong. I'm setting mine up 6 hours. Well, thank y'all. He needs it. Uh, hey, he's the reason I'm staying home this month. Because his mother went with him, and without her, we won. I'm one short, I guess you could say. Uh, Eric, Eric beat Neil the one. Look at that. Let's see. I've got my oven. I have to change the time on it. I quit. I just quit setting the time on the microwave. I just let it stay dark all the time. I My phones change, my tablet changes, my computers change. My clock on the wall, the clock I got up there, I think it changes. I think I've got it set to where it automatically changes time. Uh, the one in the bedroom was supposed to change itself, but I don't think it did the last time. In fact, I think it's still an hour off. It's actually going to be. It'll actually be right. It'll actually be right tomorrow. Well, I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to fight the whole hour. So last night I set mine up 30 minutes. So tonight I just had to set it up another 30 minutes. I was kind of working my way into it. Yeah. Well, the last time I got cut was them stickers down there. Oh, now you want to do it? Great. I'm not interested in it. I'm way over here. I'm not even in front of the thing, and I do that, and it picks it up. Uh, I was pushing that DR mower down the driveway. It's pulling itself. I'm just holding the handles, walking with it, and up here at the top of the driveway, one little tiny sticker thing stuck me right in the end of right below the fingernail, right in the end of the finger. I'm like, I ain't even messing with them, and they're attacking me. I'm going down yonder. They must be related, and they were trying to take up for one another. That's the only thing I could figure. Yeah, yeah, and it's just like I'm just dripping. I'm just going like that, and it's just like drip, drip, drip. Eric, yeah. I've got to where people, if they're around and something happens and my skin gets broke, uh, it can be a minor little thing. I go, now don't nobody panic. It's okay. It's just the way I am. It'll be all right. Don't worry. Yeah, motorcycles all night. How did you get the fireworks? I don't know what she's talking about. Thumbs up. I need fireworks. No, it just gives a thumb up. Wait a minute. Well, did two of them do fireworks? It don't work. I feel like the kids now. And it don't work for me. Oh, there it goes. I was sprinkled by the fireworks. Well, they would have been if they're in the picture, they have to be in the camera view. Oh, it just sometimes it don't work. That was just doing that. That was just yeah. Peggy says something about making balloons. So did you ever tell me? I didn't. I missed it, Peggy. If you told me how to do it, how do you make balloons? I made a joke about it. He had to beat your head against the computer or something. All righty. Well, just go get you some sleep. God bless. Glad you stopped in. And I guess we'll be looking for you next Friday, right? For sure. But you're gonna put out at least 2 or 3 videos before then. I'm hoping. I'm trying to get videos out of y'all. And I'm trying to get make more pictures of the snow. Peace sign that way. Oh, they were full of helium. They went up. I'm headed for my ceiling. Oh man. Kevin, you take care and God bless, brother. I bet you I knew there would probably be more. What? Oh, look what 2 does. I just tried it. I didn't know it would work or not. You say now? Did you know that? Did you know that, Kevin? Did you know what 2 of them did? Because I just tried it just for the heck of it. Confetti, yeah. There we go. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Glad you're here. See, I thought the balloons were cool because they were floating to my ceiling. There you go. Or mittens. Oh, oh! I knew if they ever figured it out and he got it working, they'd love it, and that's worth it all. Oh boy, I'll be looking for it. I was hoping to see some of them snowdrifts. I can look at the snow and then close my eyes and think about driving a big truck down the road in it. Okay, what did you eat? There probably is, Peggy. I mean, what? I wonder if something sideways or just one finger. No. We already got thumbs up and down, right? Yeah. Lipton on like that. Well, Neil, I put Lipton on hold because as long as I advertise for free, they're never going to call me. There's probably one out there, Meg. There's probably a cheat sheet out there. There's probably something to show us how to do it. I never knew. I didn't know it did it at all. I think I found out first when I first found out about it. I thought Neil was doing something. It was after I gave him a ranch before, and I thought Neil was able to do something uh, that I didn't know about. I really honestly thought it was Neil. I was like, he's messing with my head now. I mean, because I do it, y'all tell me to do it, and it wouldn't work. And then I'd wait a minute, and all of a sudden, I'd be talking, and it would happen. And I guess just because I did something like that. And I told y'all about the judge, didn't I? Who was on doing? I was watching a trial on Zoom. Zoom does it too. It works on Zoom, and two thumbs up my birthday, July the 3rd for fireworks. Yay. And uh, I was watching this court case. Of course, I know the judge is like, I thought, he's just like me. He don't have any idea what's going on. But the trial's going on and he's talking to the people, he's talking to the two lawyers, the state and the prosecutor and the person who's the the attorney for the accused. And he's talking to both of them, and he's going, "I have give this order more than once. I believe back on such and such a date," and these thumbs up kept popping up, and I know he would hesitate sometimes. He'd be, and I know, and I did that on back on that day, and he kept moving, and something would happen. And I was sitting there going, I had the same problem. Wiggle fingers. That's your birthday and the 4th of July. Oh, it's from Apple, so that's why it does it on both of them. Well, that just ain't right. Eh. But I was sitting there cracking up at that judge. I know he was looking over there and going, he was seeing what was happening because he controls the monitor, and uh, the TV screen. And I was like, he'd have this hesitation, he'd have this look on his face, but he'd go right on, he'd keep on going, and I, I was sitting there laughing. This was a serious court case too. This wasn't no, uh, mom and dad ain't getting along or something type thing. And there was pew pews involved and people hurt and everything else. And here's a judge giving them thumbs up on the screen. Okay. Now, what was the one? Oh, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. What was the one we just learned? Balloons. Balloons and confetti. But how did we do them? Uh, Peace signs. That's right. Peace signs. That's what it was. And just one of them. Was it just one of them? No, that one of them was just a balloon. Wait a minute. I just got balloons with two peace signs. And confetti. Balloons and confetti. Peace signs. That's balloons and confetti. Peace signs do balloons and confetti. Try holding up index finger and pinky on both hands at the same time. Oh my goodness. Now, what was that? What was that? Yeah. It's called the later. Where do you. Neil knows all of these. Tina, good night and God bless, darling. You have a wonderful evening. That was cool. That was different. That was better than the blues. That looked like they were going up and hitting the ceiling. So that's all of them. Okay. And I saw somebody said there's a way to turn them off. I don't know. I hadn't found nothing, and I play with this thing a little bit at a time, either late at night or when I'm still trying to get up in the morning and can't stand up yet. Uh, I'll have my tens unit on and everything, and I'll be laying there and I'll just punch it, look at stuff, trying to figure out how things work. Uh, but I haven't found no way to turn them on and off. I haven't seen it yet. But I guess if I learn to just keep my hands away from the screen, I don't have to turn it off. But they're going to come up with one where somebody puts their big head up there. It'll happen, and then mine'll be going off all the time. I'll have to be going. Yeah, yeah. Good to have y'all here. Yeah, yeah. But I guess if they're Google, did you say Google earlier? I never did go back and look and see what Christina said. Did you say it was part of Google? Then I guess Emma's there. Hey, how are you? Nice of you to drop by and see us because we just sitting here. Anything new on your end of the block? Because we're running out of things to talk about. I mean, we're getting silly around here. Emma, come in and straighten us all out. Uh, I guess you'd have to go to Google to do it, turn it off if that's who's doing it. Now, when Grounds Family Farm updated his, it automatically started happening. Not much going on. That's Apple. Yeah. Well, I guess you'd have to go to some other feature, I guess, to turn it on and off. Reactions, setting in the menu. I'll try to look for that tomorrow. Well, I guess we can go 3 strikes and you're out. Eddie Family Farm never came on. I had a feeling they wasn't going to, but I think they added it. Look like oh no. Don't let my granddaughter hear you say that, because she'll tell you he is son-in-law's. He retired. He found somebody to take his place. Man, I'm gonna have to write them down. The fireworks was one of the thumbs, I think. I done forgot what the last one was. The rays. The rays was oh yeah, that was that one. Ho ho ho. Two thumbs up, yeah. Fireworks was two thumbs up. I knew it was thumbs. Yeah. And let's see. Now, Emma, you have to forgive me, darling, but where were you from? And I might ask you that 10 times before I ever get it settled in my mind where you're at. Kansas. Okay. Kansas. I got to remember when I see you, Kansas, the beef state. Kansas, you can get you a good steak, I'm telling you. Two thumbs down is rain. I do. There was a rain one, wasn't there? No, that was thumbs down. No, wait a minute. That shouldn't be but one to require that. No? Oh, got thumbs down and a rain. Let's pick it up both. We're wearing it out. They don't know. Well, hopefully that's all it does. Because pretty soon, yeah, reach over to rub your nose and the whole screen will start going bloop, bloop, bloop because you put your fist up there like that or something. Well, the camera's right there. And so anything that's in Neil, anything that's in my picture on the screen has to be on the camera, right? Want to do nothing. Yeah, let's break it. Oh, we got to remember. We got to remember to tell thumbs up. We got to remember to tell them how to do these new ones. But they're not always in the picture. On my end, they are when I'm doing them. And sometimes I have to be up. I move closer to it and it does it. Sometimes I'm way back here when it does it. Yeah, though. Uh, I do too. I like that one too, Neil. That is cool. Oh, you know what? I've got an idea. My daughter would be proud of me. I'm gonna give it to Neil. Neil can take it and run with it. Neil, won't you invent a camera recognition, like if somebody is on live like this and they go like that, and it shows the product, that a commercial would come on, maybe in the corner or something, to advertise it. That could be a moneymaker right there. Do you realize how many people have something to drink or something when they're going live? Yeah. I'll never have wings. That would be a lawsuit right now because Red Bull says it give you wings in one of their old commercials. It never happened. Wings. Yeah. Well, I run out of Red Bull. What am I going to do? I run out of Red Bull. Oh, I got some more, but not for tonight. No, Peggy, don't do that to me. Well, Neil, you were asking a question, and they're working behind the scenes. And they're going, "No, you need something else more than you need that. Here's what you need," and they put that advertisement up. No, no, caffeine, coffee, that type of stuff. It don't keep me up at all. I'm gonna When I get off here, I'm gonna be up long enough to. I hear you, Neil. That's about what it does to me. It about puts me to sleep. Uh, I'm gonna be up long enough to go change those clothes over and put the other load in, and including including this shirt because this is number 8. I got to I've got to put them all in there, and in the morning they'll all be. I'm good for the next 8 days. I can't remember who it was. Somebody. Oh, yeah. I've got 8. I had like 3 ducks. I had like 3 dozen of these shirts made up, and I kept 8 of them uh, to wear. I don't wear the same one every day, Peggy. See, I never was a coffee drinker, Eric, and I just caffeine. I could drink a cup of coffee and go to bed. It was somebody. It was I can't remember his name. Oh, I was I was in my 20s as an elderly gentleman, and I rented him a room at my house. Uh, but he said he'd always say, I can't I'm trying to remember his name. Uh, mm-mm-mm. But he would say, "Well, it's getting close to my bedtime," and next thing you know, you'd be smelling coffee, and start drinking coffee. Well, good night, Emma. We need to do the same thing here in a little bit. God bless. You take care. We're glad you dropped by to see us, and uh, come back and see us again. We'll be here sooner or later. You trying to help me remember his name? No, no, you won't know him anyway. Yeah, but uh, he was he was my girlfriend's granddaddy from his mother's side, and I knew the grandmother and the grandfather. Miss Deaton, I remember her name. Miss Deaton was his wife at one time, but they wasn't married no more. But he was pretty much, he didn't have nothing and pretty much homeless. And, they were talking about he needed a place to stay, and well, he didn't have no money, not anything. But he didn't. He no, I got to give you something. Okay, whatever you want to do. But I had a spare bedroom, and I let him move into it. Uh, no, what else? I don't know. I can't remember his name, but it'll come to me eventually. But that's a shame. Oh, he lived in my house, Miss Deaton, but she missed the he did. He didn't go, but with us at my church. But Miss Deaton did go to church with us, and uh, no, y'all gotta stop. Y'all stop. Uh, Miss Deaton went to church with us. She went to the same church, and one of her granddaughters was going to be getting married, and she was going to get married at the church. Well, uh, the guy she was going to marry, she didn't like. The grandmother didn't like. Miss Deaton didn't like him, and I would turn around where I can't see no responses. Y'all killing me. And well, her name was Estelle, and she lives in Arizona now somewhere. And but we used to hang out a lot, And she was marrying a guy named John. Uh, And Grandma didn't like him. She just didn't like him. And whenever getting ready to get married, she says, "You know what Estelle told me?" I said, "I had no idea what Estelle told you." uh, she goes, she said if she wasn't already marrying John and wasn't was looking, she'd like to find somebody like you. And I thought, oh Lord, I liked Estelle. I really did. I never Estelle. Uh, I just, I never had no feelings for her anyway, any other than a friend. But her grandmother said she thought there was something to this now. Uh, and she went and she told me it was getting close to the wedding. And Miss Deaton told me, she says, I want you to object to this wedding. I said, I'm not going to do no such thing. Mister, I can't do that. I said, no, I can't do that. I can't, you know, they both know what they're doing and what they want to do. I said, I can't do that. And now I wasn't but about, I was probably about 19 then. And well, we go to the wedding, and I'm sitting right beside Miss D. She's sitting on my right side, you know, third row back from the front, on the left side of the church. And when Brother Sawyer asked if anybody objected to the wedding, speak now, forever hold your peace. About that time, Miss Deaton elbowed me with everything that old lady had. She elbowed me right in the ribs. Boom! And I was not expecting it. And of course, I went, ah! the whole church, the whole church went total silence. Brother Sawyer quit speaking. He just looked. And Estelle and John looked. And there was that moment of silence, and then Brother Sawyer went on with the ceremony. No, I didn't. I just made a loud noise because I got elbowed. I took an elbow right there in the ribs. But you could hear it. Everybody heard it. Yeah. No, I didn't say nothing. I just acted like it wasn't me. Because Miss Deaton said, sitting there, she says, the preacher's talking, and she said, "Get ready, get ready." I said, "No, I'm not." I was ignoring her at this point. And all of a sudden I got bam elbow. Ugh. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn this back around to where I can see. He promised to marry me? No. Yeah. See, I'm sitting there trying to catch my breath and just trying to act normal and act like I didn't make that noise. But there was that moment that everybody in the church heard it. I said, I can't believe. She said, I can't believe you didn't say nothing. And goodness. I'm gonna have to get in touch with Robin and ask what her. That's gonna be embarrassing. Ask her what her grandpa's first name was. His last name wasn't Deaton. She remarried. I'm pretty sure that wasn't his last name. But that's not what I called him anyway. I called him by his first name because that's what he wanted. Uh, yeah, Neil, that would have left them. That would have left the whole church in shock because I stood in that pulpit sometimes, and they would have really been going, "What?" But I think Brother Sawyer knew how Miss Deaton felt. I think he knew. Uh, I think he knew she wasn't happy, but she went to the wedding and had me to sit right beside her. And she wanted me to wear my black suit. She asked me the, the night before the wedding. Estelle was over there, and Miss Deaton said, "What color suit you gonna wear?" I said, "Oh, I'll probably wear my gray one." Why? She said, "No, wear your black one. You look better in black." Okay, I'll wear my black. Never put two and two together. Oh, what? She was a little old lady, but yeah, she was old style. But when you're not expecting it and somebody elbows you, yeah. Yes, I did. I wore my black one. That's what she wanted me to wear. She said I look better in it. I just thought, well, man, you're probably right. If I don't know which one I look the best in. I said I didn't have that. Didn't any. Maybe I was just naive. I didn't catch on to some of this stuff until I was injured. That's it. Keep on smiling. It don't do no good to be stressed over anything. You know. Uh, I'm like this. If something's bothering me, I either do something about it, and if I can't do nothing about it, there's no need stressing over it because it's out of my hands anyway. Take it to the good Lord, and if there's a way to straighten it out, let it be. Let me be able to do it. It's just a bit. Oh, Neil. Oh, if he's on the roll, I'm going to take him bowling. is yeah, it I'm the calm one when it comes to uh, somebody arguing with me or wanting to argue with me. They just don't get it back. I just like, you think so? You know, that's what Michael's mother used to say, and make her so mad because she could never get me to argue with her. I just look at her and go, "Look, woman, it's my way or no way." No, uh, yeah. But when they, I guess the only thing that could get me riled, that really gets me would get me riled up, and uh, but I was taught to defend myself and not in anger, even even in a fight. Uh, when you work out of anger, you work out of control. But if you want to get my dander up, you mess with my kids or my grandkids or my neighbors or my neighbors' kids. People close to me. Or you don't even, if it's some kid that's not even close to me, and I see it happening, I get a little bit on the edge side. I got like that. I think I told you about the woman on the bus. Woman on the bus. Yeah, because I don't argue back. I think of what makes sense and respond. I just say something about the situation, not necessarily argue about it. And uh, I won't respond to a lot of stuff on the internet. I do get drug in once in a while and make some kind of statement, but then I don't. Once I do, that's it. I don't go back and do it two or three more times. I just let them say what they want to say or have their opinion. And then sometimes I listen to what they say, and then I sit back and think about it if it involved me, and think about it, try to look at it in a different way from what I saw it before. See if it makes sense. I cannot tell you how many times I heard these words after listening to a 30-minute rant or 30 minutes of something going on. Well, you hadn't said nothing. Well, what do you think about it? Well, give me some time. I hadn't thought about it yet. I'm working on it. And you didn't hear a word I said. I heard every word you said. What did I say? You said, and I'd repeat what they said. Okay, I heard you. Now say, I was listening. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I like to look at somebody gives me their opinion. I like to look at it another way too. Somebody made a comment, and I can't remember now what it was. That something about, and I thought back, and I said maybe I should go back and listen to that video again. And it said something about kids watch too or something, and I thought, oh, but the only thing I said, and it's when I was talking about my mother-in-law, but I never said nothing that would have a kid would have made took it and thought something wrong with it or anything like that. In fact, in the video I'm talking about was when I was talking about her in the restaurant, and I said she'd been trying to get in my truck. That's all I said. I didn't say anything else. In fact, I didn't say anything else to the waitress. I told the story exactly the way it happened. Uh, but I didn't. I'm thinking now if I'd have been saying certain things, uh, I would have agreed with them. But based on the way I said it, I don't. I could have just not told the story at all. But outside of that, I just can't shake her. I know, but I do want it to stay. I don't want it where some kid comes in and hears something they shouldn't hear, and I try not to talk that way anyway. Uh, and I don't talk that way, and I don't even joke that way. So I didn't say nothing inappropriate, I guess you could say. I know, Melinda, but it was a total it was a total accident the way it all played out. I mean, I had no dreams. I was picking with the waitress. I never expected her to come back and sit at the same table and it'd be empty. I never expected that waitress to even say a word to her about it. And it all just blew up in my face. I was like, oh boy. I know, Neil. And the person that left the message, and uh, a little criticism in a couple other messages they've left in the past, and that's all I've ever heard from them. But that's okay. Uh, I don't mind being something being brought to my attention, even if what they think. Because like I said, I sit and look at it. Could I have done this different, or should I have not done that? Did I do something really I need to fix? Uh, and I've never seen them in our lives or anything, so that I can ever remember. But apparently they watch my videos. So uh, We trying to see where's that counter at. Yeah. I mean, I told Christina something the other day, and it was as innocent as it could be, and it hadn't. It was exactly what she was talking about. But when I told her I'd talk to her later for to go on and do it, she bust out laughing. And I'm like, what is she? What was she? What is she laughing so hard about? And then after I thought about it, I thought that dirty-minded child. I hope she's listening too. uh, but she'll do that once in a while. I'll say something and she'll make what she wants to out of it, and then just die laughing. And I'm sitting there going like, "Are you okay? Do you need a pill? You know what?" Yeah, that's what I tell her. And then she'll go, she'll go, she'll go telling other people. He cracked me up. He said this. He had no idea what he was talking about. I knew exactly what I was talking about. It was exactly what I said. You made it something else. It's up here, girl. You need to straighten that out. Because I could have said that in front of a dozen other people, what I said, and they wouldn't have never thought, they'd have never blinked an eye. Yeah. Just told me I might want to. It was, don't get me wrong, she wasn't this person I'm talking about, but isn't somebody, she's not, she just throws it out there like, you messed up, or you should watch that, or that type of thing. She's not like chewing me out or fussing at me or anything, or uh, and apparently she watches enough to for me to catch. Apparently she, I'm sure she don't just turn it on when she finds once in a while finds something that she wants to make something out of. She's watching. I think she's watching quite a few of them. But it's all good because what's important is I know what I said, and someone else does too, and they know what I mean when I say it. Uh, I've got to go change some clothes to the dryer and put another load in, and it's almost 12:30. Yeah, I hear you. I, I like I said, I've never seen the lady uh, in in the in a live that I can remember, and the only comments I've ever seen from her was I think one or two other times. I think that was about the third time she commented, and it had something to do with I should change or something I should do different. Exactly right, Melinda. And Well, I guess Brandon and them will go live tomorrow night, most likely. Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. I don't. I, some people say some things sometimes, and if you don't know them, you're thinking, are they? Which way are they going with this? I hope they're behaving themselves. Yeah. You're all right, Neil. Uh, Neil, did you see my message where you said you wish you could show me uh, not Leighton, Chicken Man's thing? And did you see where I said you could email me a picture of it? But yeah, I think I said that in the live last night. Yeah. Uh, but I told you before. I think I've seen. You know what is that'd be cool. Okay. All right. Thanks. But the is it ink? Because I don't think he could stamp ink on the egg that he's going to incubate. You have to write the dates and stuff with a pencil. Can't put ink on them. At least that's what I've always been told. But now, if it's ones he's selling or giving away or something, uh, or on the egg carton, yeah. Good night, Melinda. I'm getting ready to go too. Stick around and let me say goodbye. Because I'm gone too. I've got to get that load of clothes in. I've got to get up early in the morning. Uh, I want to tell you, all of you, good night. I want to tell you, I'm glad you're here. Uh, I almost sometimes I feel like I go live every night, but sometimes I'm too tired to even come in here and go live. But I enjoy each and every one of you. I feel like you're family, and uh, God bless y'all. And keep on smiling. And remember, Jesus loves you. And I'll see you later. That's for sure. I don't. Gotta remember how to. I'm on this one. Good night, y'all. I'll look for that email, Neil. Okay. Do, 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 do. Precious Jesus. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna cut off or not? You're still alive. It said I'm still seeing stuff here. What did I do wrong? Do, 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 do.